Yeah, we back at it again. Aaron McKee, Steph Ronin. You know we all in. We coming to you with your weekly review of AEW. Let's get it, bruh. Four heels.
Let's go. We a
Let
little
go.
delayed. Sorry for the delay, y'all. For the people that watch, we had some technical difficulties,
Yeah.
but we back now. And we start. How'd you feel about the 2-night collision?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. For some
I didn't
reason,
like the start time, but
hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. For some reason, bro, like I was feeling some type of way about it, right? And then all of a sudden when I watched it and it went by like that, both hours, I said, wait a minute now. This shit ain't drag on. It went by a little bit too fast. I think I might like this little breakup of Collision on the weekends. Like what you feel? Ooh?
I was a fan because we got basically 4 matches,
Right.
Each match. The Daniel Garcia Adam Cole, I feel like went a little long in episode 1 just because they hit that time limit. But and then they made up for it by having a Max Caster match. Man, he getting a lot of hate online. Man, I love this gimmick right now.
I'm feeling it. I'm loving it to the moon, man. Because he has that face of annoyance, right?
Yeah.
Bro, his chant every time
it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't even have a fucking like a rhythm to it. Let's go, Max Caster. I'm the best. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I love it though.
My boy Hook comes out.
Yeah.
Chokes him out.
Hey.
And then Samoa Joe the next night chokes him out.
Hey, look, man, look. I at first I ain't gonna front. I was one of the peoples when the ops came out with that music. I was like, bro, that beat sound like someone made it on Fruity Loop Studio, bro. That shit don't sound good at all. But now I fuck with it now. I don't know why. I fuck with it. That motherfucker came out there and do work.
There's a lot of hate online that it's kind of bringing Samoa Joe down a little bit. How you feel about that? Like they're kind of like
how?
They just say he's kind of like it's kind of gimmicky now is what they're kind of saying. But I'm like, I kind of like it, man. He's kind of like he's gonna push Hook to hopefully make Hook better, get that man better on the mic for sure.
Okay, so they're saying it's kind of gimmicky because he's with 2 other motherfucking killers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're called the ops. I mean, look, let me tell you something. In TNA history, there was when Samoa Joe, he left for a while. He came back with a Samoan tattoo on his face, was fake, obviously, but he had this shit called the Nation of Violence. So Samoa Joe always been on some old, like, just, I'm about to come get your ass type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't understand what people are talking about, man. See, let me tell you something. WC, man, I'm about tired of y'all motherfuckers, bro. Y'all motherfuckers out here talking that shit. And y'all don't.
I love y'all.
Half of us love us, the other half of us getting tired of your motherfucking ass. Because I'm going to keep it real with you, man. Because some of the shit y'all say don't make no sense. Some of the shit that y'all say, it's like, okay, even my boy, even Aaron, in the comment section, he asks you guys why you don't like what you like. And he say, why? No response. It's like you just hating just to hate.
Yeah. They'll be like, that match was dumb as fuck. It's not pro wrestling. And all I say is, like, why? Or explain yourself. And it's just because it's dumb. I was like, you gotta have a reason, man. You gotta have a reason.
And they ain't got no damn reason, bro. They ain't got no damn reason.
I didn't like Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole because it did the 20-minute time limit. Okay. That's why I didn't like it. That there is a reason.
Okay, we'll say
for why I don't like something.
We'll say this. Say that you didn't like the finish. Don't say, because when you say you don't like it, makes it sound like you like the matches in its whole.
I don't like Daniel Garcia at all either.
But listen, let's keep it a buck though. That match was very compelling, bro. Like, I like the way how they started the match. It was traditional wrestling, grappling holds. No one threw the first strike until at least halfway through the match, which was a chop to the chest. Yeah. So it was like they was playing buddy. Hey, you know what the match reminded me of a little bit? But they done it better. It reminded me of the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens fight on Saturday Night Main Event when Kevin Owens did not want to fucking turn heel type of do heelish tactics, right? That's what it reminded me of. But this was a little bit better because both of those dudes can go inside the ring. Regardless of what you feel about DG, he can go. He can go though. And I like the technical aspect of that shit, bro. It was It was good. It was good. It was fucking great, man.
And a lot of people have said that Adam Cole has, last year he's basically in the main event of All In. He's up there with MJF, and now he's like kind of down a notch. Like they call it the downfall of Adam Cole. How you feel about that?
The downfall of Adam Cole. I mean, I can't disagree. I don't think it's a downfall. I think it's more of a stoppage, a slowage.
He went away for a while.
Yeah. He was hurt for almost a year.
Yeah.
So off the TV, off the minds. This is what wrestlers are afraid of. You know, when they get injured, they're afraid of losing their spot because of things like this. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're not out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's true. That's very true. Especially, I think, in AEW. I think that's more relevant in AEW. Out of sight, out of mind forever.
No. What? That is
not forever.
So prevalent.
Not forever.
Oh,
but...
shit. Ask Camille. She'll tell you something different. It might be forever. You know what I'm saying? So listen, tell me, did you catch this, though? At the end of that match, did you get a little bit of heel vibes from Daniel Garcia?
A little bit. Did
you see?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, time's up. Time's up.
Yeah. Be gone.
So
I won. It's over.
Let me ask you this question. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to run it back?
I think this might, at least go till Dynasty for sure. Adam Cole. I think this is the match at Dynasty. Cole, and I think they might let Cole win it at Dynasty.
Wow.
I think.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. You know what? I wouldn't be mad. You know why? Because I really feel like Daniel Garcia, he ain't really do nothing with the TNT title since.
No, they put him in a bunch of trios matches for a long time.
That's true. And they put him in a tournament.
Yeah. And would you say which belt is the secondary belt in your eyes in AEW? Oh, you got Mox's belt, and then is it Kenny Omega?
No. It's the women's world championship.
No, I'm talking men's.
Oh, you're talking about men's?
We're just strict men's. Just men's. Is it? I think it used to be the TBS, but now it's not anymore. I think it's Kenny Omega's belt.
I want to say Kenny, but I can't because I honestly really feel like it's Okada's belt. Only because they have a whole tournament for his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Omega. I'm sorry, it's Okada's then Omega. You know what I'm saying? But they like right there because Omega getting that title and elevating it is what you want. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm also not a fan of it called the TBS title. I don't like that it's called after the network that it's on. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm not a fan of that.
The only reason why I accept that because back in WCW used to have this championship called the television title, TV title.
Okay.
And ROH had the TV title. So why not call it the TNT or the TBS title? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, let's get a Netflix title in WWE. You know?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
Hey, they're doing something.
But let me tell you like this, though. Shout out to AEW for not calling the secondary women's title a women's such and such and such. They just called it the TBS title, and you knew it's for women.
That's true.
I like that.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
A little bit of originality.
That's true. And speaking of the women, the third match in this is my girl Julia Hart, huge fan, and then we get Queen Aminata.
Love her.
Great match. Great match.
Love her.
Queen Aminata is going to get a push here pretty soon, I feel like.
She is. Matter of fact, tonight on Collision, I think she's in the match with my girl Jamie Hayter.
Okay.
That's going to be something good right there. So, yeah, Julia wins. But
no, I think Jamie Hayter's with that new girl that just wrestled Monet. What's her name? The one that just wrestled Mercedes Monet, the call up from ROH. Fuck, I'm blanking on her name right now. But I think she's the one that goes.
Billy.
Yeah. She goes against Jamie Hayter tonight.
Really? I saw the graphic on IG, and it showed Queen Aminata versus Jamie Hayter. I said, that's going to be a banger.
Maybe something happened.
Well, let me just go into that match for a little bit. So Julia gets the win. So you know what that means, right?
Roll up pin. But, it wasn't a definitive win.
No shoulders to the mat. Roll up. But
so that means
you know what that means.
Round 2, baby.
No, good sir. It's your specialty, bro.
The trilogy.
It's the trilogy. It's 1-1 right now, man. So
God, I love a trilogy.
Go ahead and give it to me right now. Who you got? Who's gonna win the trilogy?
If I wanted to pick, I like Julia Hart.
Right.
I'm a fan, but I think they'll give it to Queen Aminata because I think she's got a push coming.
Damn. Okay, I want them to give it to Queen Aminata, but I feel like they might give it to Julia because her injury stopped her fucking bro. When she was the TBS champion, she was rocking it. They put the rocker girl back, and she got mainstay. So I think they might kind of pick up where they left off with her, but at the same time building Queen Aminata as a threat, which is dope, man. Because I like Queen Aminata, bro. And then check this out. Before the match, guess who comes back into the fold? Whole good old friend of Queen Aminata. Guess who she comes back, man? Serena Deebs, the professor. Serena Deebs. She said, I got a whole playbook. And again, she rejected her help again. So you know what I think is going to happen? I think Queen Aminata might turn heel.
Okay.
I think if she does beat Julia Hart, I think it's going to be because of Serena Deebs interfere, and she goes with it, and she turns heel. Queen Aminata, the evil queen, here she comes. Check it out.
And then we get the main event, a night one. And let me tell you about my crackhead uncle, Briscoe. I did not like this man when I first started watching AEW. This man is growing on me, bro. This man, Mark Briscoe, is growing on me. He can bang in the ring.
Yep.
And now his promos are starting to get funny to me because I know him more now. You know what I'm saying?
You get his character. Yeah.
I get it now. But he's teams up with Hobbs and some guy named Rocky, who I did not know. Mr.
Morera.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Didn't know him until last night. And they go against, the Don Callis family, Takeshna in the Murder Machine, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, who I thought was going to go against the Hurt Syndicate, bro. But,
Not yet.
We'll see we'll talk about a little promo on Don. Whoa, shit, I got fireworks, bro. Look at that, bro.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know how that happened. We get new shit at whatever I do in this damn thing, bro. But great match. We had some great spots coming out the ring. Brian Cage catching the motherfucker. That was a good spot, man.
I love when he does that spot, man. That's so cold-blooded, man.
Yeah. But it was a great match. I'm maybe Hobbs grows on me later. I'm just not a fan of Powerhouse right now. I'm not.
Really?
I'm not, bro.
Okay.
I'm not.
I feel you. Hey, look, the Murder Machines, I rocks with them. I like the Murder Machines. I like that tag team duo of Lance Archer and Brian Cage. You know what I'm saying? I like their little slogan they got, bro. I think it was last week's Collision. There was backstage. There was beating up everybody and their mama, right? And it was getting Mark Davis to get hyped up to get his match, right? And they got a little saying. They say, does Brian Cage say, who's better? You know what I'm saying? Basically saying, who's better than Brian Cage? And then, Lance Archer got his saying that says, everybody dies, right? And the motherfuckers say, now they together, they say, who's better? Nobody. Everybody dies. And they say it off the side from each other, right? Bro,
yeah.
Tell me why I feel like the Murder Machines, somehow, some way, is laying in the cut, waiting for the Hurt Syndicate, which is clearly babyfaces right now.
Yeah. They're so over, bro.
They're laying in the cut. And when the right opportunity comes along, swoop, they're gonna take those tag team titles, bro. And I don't think it's gonna be a 2-on-2. I think it's gonna be like a 4-way dance of 2 other teams involved, and I think they're gonna get it then, because they need to push. Those dudes are good. And I heard the rumors out there. We hear you out there in the internet streets. They say that AEW don't push big man. I can see why they say that. I can see why, because I don't see any big man popping like that in AEW.
Yeah, not like overly big. Not overly big. I would say. Oh, no, because he just lost to Okada. I was going to say Brody King, but he just lost to Okada too,
bro.
So.
Shit.
Yeah. But Takeshna showed out. I will say, I'm usually not that big of a deal about match order, but I felt like they should have had Daniel Garcia and Adam Cole last. And then the second night, they had the Death Riders with the Trios Championship go first. And I feel like that should have been last as well.
Well, Let me say
versus
this.
Versus Top Flight, AR Fox.
Which is fucking crazy ass team right there.
Yeah.
And what a crazy pop they got in their hometown of Minnesota, bro. That was wild.
And I feel like the crowd was behind AR Fox for sure.
The AR Fox
they were cheering. Yeah.
You was there live in Atlanta when he wrestled, right? He's phenomenal. So listen, I feel like the only reason why they put that order, as what you say, right, is they knew that match was going to take as much time as they needed to, right? They want to give that match enough time, right? Even though it's pre-recorded, but they want to give that match enough time. But with that being said, I really feel like they dropped the ball, not of the match order, but not following up on the conclusion of that match for the TNT Championship. Not with an interview, not with a recap, no nothing. It just happened and then was there. It's gone.
Yeah. I think they were saving it for next week's Collision.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think. But what made no sense to me at the end of this match is Leo Rush and Action Andrade come in and beat the shit out of the losers of the match, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you got to go after the Death Riders, bro.
No,
punk bitches,
they got
bro.
beef with Top Flight because Top Flight.
I know, but you don't go after them titles. Go get them titles, bro.
That's personal beef, Oos. This is pro wrestling. Personal beef always override championship aspirations. This is pro wrestling, right? They was in a crew. All of them was Top Flight. They all came out like fucking pilots and shit. And I was like, this shit is corny. But I didn't know.
Oh, that was so corny.
I didn't know where it was going. Now I see where it was going. It was meant for them to be buddy and then fall apart. Now it's just
and those
action.
Leo Rush and Action Andrade's jackets are corny as fuck.
Bro,
get them spiked.
Look like Koopas
they look like Koopa Troopas from Mario Brothers, bro.
No, what the fuck? That
you
shit
know,
is.
With the shells and the spikes, bro. They look like Koopa Troopas,
like this and shit. Do 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 do.
Yeah, motherfucker, just stop it. But one of my favorite moves in AEW right now is the Death Riders when they get someone in the corner turnbuckles and they just keep going, bro. It is one, and Claudio looks the best doing it, bro. He hits you with that.
He does. He put a little bit of oomph in that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just thought about something though. Before we go any further though, let's go back to my boy Max Caster, right? This is why I like this dude so much. Hook answered the bell, right? So in the middle of this match, it wasn't even a match. It was like a squash, right? They do Irish rips to the ropes. He ducks. He jumps over fucking Hook. Hook ducks down. He tries it again, but he does a cartwheel. But when he does the cartwheel, he botched the cartwheel, right? But then he gets back up. He says, "Yes." Like he botched the cartwheel and he still was excited that he got it. Yes, he turned back around, blink up. He got knocked down and then he got put in that damn red room. It's over with, bro.
Best wrestler in the world, baby,
bro.
Max Caster.
It's little shit like that makes me like wrestling. I'm a detail dude. This motherfucker celebrated his botched cartwheel. Yes. I like that dude, man.
He's good. We get Johnny Morrison. Man, that dude is like still jacked, but he looks old, bro.
Yeah.
He looks old to me. He looks old.
Check this out. I'm going to say something, bro. I ain't trying to be mean, though. I'm going to say something, though. Hey, man, Johnny TV, bro. Boy, that hair was thinning, bro. That hair thinning, bro.
You get some hair transplants or something, bro.
Hey,
take it.
I remember him as Johnny Nitro in WWE. That boy had long, flowing locks. Bro, now that boy got some dry ass strings on that damn head, bro. Like
him and Miz were one of my favorite groups ever. The way they like, and they did like the TV show, like kind of talking shit or the segments. You know, it was good TV. But he gets in a match with Bandito, and this is just setting up Y2J versus Bandito.
Right.
And again, Chad Gable racist, Y2J not racist for wearing the mask. Just saying. It was just one little Gulf America reference that made it racist.
Right.
That's it. But it was good. And then it sets up a match between Y2J, belt for mask.
Yeah.
And we all know how that's going.
Right. We already know.
Y2J losing that belt, bro. Y2J losing that belt.
As much shit that we talk about Y2J on 404 HEELZ, you have to give him credit for putting over talent we never heard
He's
before.
about to again. He's about to again at Dynasty, bro. He's going to put Bandito over, bro.
That's crazy. And Bandito, I like that dude. I like his gimmick. I like everything about him. He's good in the ring. And he can actually talk on the mic. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very rare that you hear luchadors speak.
Yeah, speak. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It was basically just Ray for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? Like, did Ultimate Dragon talk ever? Really?
No, he didn't. He had Sonny Ono as his manager.
Yeah.
He did all the talking.
That's right. La Parka, did he talk?
He did, but it was like, well, check this out, bro. I forgot. I'm glad you said that. I saw some old WCW clips, right? And La Parka was out there like in a football jersey. And he grabs the mic, and so you can't see his mouth talking, so he grabs the mic. He's like, yo, homies, why y'all and he's like doing the mannerisms as he's talking, but it's obviously somebody talking from
but someone else
right?
in the back.
It's good shit, bro. You gotta check it out. It's
too
good
funny,
shit.
Bro.
But yeah,
too funny.
But I mean, I like Bandito. And I want to see more Bandito versus the Bounty Hunter, bro. I want to see more of that shit.
Brian Keith.
I want to see more of that. Put Brian Keith back in his old gimmick, the Bounty Hunter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that Western type of shit, bro. Put him back in there, bro.
And they got to go prove themselves, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on Dynamite. They got to come talk. But we get Harley Cameron in a squash match. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't remember the bitch's name. I didn't write it down. No offense. Just don't know your name. But Harley Cameron comes out. It's good to still see her being used on TV, because a lot of times they'll like have someone hot in AEW and then they'll kind of sizzle out.
Right.
But they're keeping Harley Cameron around. And again, she's not racist, even though she's wearing a luchador mask, as Harley Graham, which she's on commentator for the main event, which is Hologram and Commander versus Mortos and I always mess this name up. Jalistico.
Yeah.
I always say it wrong. But banging match, bro. I did like the ending, but then she's like, hold on, I gotta go. And then she comes out as Harley Graham, bro. And she's wearing the old Hologram mask. Because remember, Hologram got hurt. He came back with more lively colors.
Yes.
I kind of like the old hologram,
I do
though.
too.
The old,
I do too.
the darker colors.
The gray and green, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But check this out, though. This is some funny shit. Harley Graham, bro. What's up with her, bro? And Beast Mortos, bro. Why she got some sexual innuendos with Beast Mortos, bro?
Mortos looked like he was about to jump her, bro. He was like,
listen. Oh, the chick that she went against, I wrote her last name down. It's Belmont. It was something Belmont. You know what I'm saying? She was I guess she was a local. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just a showcase match for Harley, just to see how much she's progressed. I mean, the girl is a superstar. Even shout out to Sharaya. She was on Busted Open Radio, and she said the word superstar describing Harley Cameron.
And shout out her, because we wouldn't have Harley Cameron without her. You know, she's the one that put her on.
That's true. That's true. You're right about that.
Where do you see Harley Cameron going? Where's her next? Does she get more involved with Mercedes Moné, or does she go Tony Storm after this Megan Bain thing? Where does it go?
I think the next feud for her, I don't have the actual opponent in my mind, but it's a feud that she's eventually going to come out the winner. But it's going to be against a major player in AEW in the women's division, just to solidify her as a serious threat to any kind of title. So that's why I see her as. So
I mean, honestly, her versus Mariah May, they're best friends in real life, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That might be it right there. That might be it, Bruce. Mariah May and Harley Cameron.
Because Harley Cameron is doing the hologram thing, and Mariah May is doing nothing right now since her match at Revolution. So it makes sense to me. Your two next biggest stars besides Megan Bain and Tony Storm right now, and obviously Mercedes Moné, but you could put them together, and I like it. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too.
Yeah.
Shoot. Let's talk about some Megan Bain's promo,
bro. How you feel, bro? How you feel? Is she a future superstar? Are they pushing her too fast? How do you feel?
I said it on Word on the Street. Megan Bain is what Jade Cargill was supposed to be in AEW.
Yeah.
But the only difference is she can actually go in the ring.
Does she beat Tony Storm at Dynasty, though? It's too soon, right? It's too soon?
I'm calling it right now. First,
Megan Bain wins.
Megan Bain beats Tony Storm at Dynasty.
I think so too, bro. I think so too.
Penelope Ford interferes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I think.
She costs Tony Storm the match and helps Megan Bain.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I can see it happen. A lot of people online are mad that Penelope Ford and Megan Bain are like this tag team.
Why?
And I don't know. They're like, why are they a tag team together? I was like, it just worked out that way, man. It just worked out. Why are Thunder Rosa and fucking Tony Storm fucking tag teams right now? Because they needed a tag match to get Tony Storm and Megan Bain to touch hands without it being a singles match, because they're saving the singles match for Dynasty. They do it all the time in wrestling. Why was Jimmy Uso Damian Priest's partner? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
It's the same comparison. WWE does it, but when AEW does it, it's all of a sudden they're like, why does it? But why Jimmy Uso was with Damian Priest? Because they needed Drew and Damian to touch hands without it being a one-on-one match. It's the same thing.
I agree. Look, matter of fact, Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa used to be a tag team together. It was called Thunderstorm, obviously.
Yeah.
Was dope.
Thunder Tits.
Now it's Thunder Tits, you know what I'm saying? But Megan Bain and Penelope Ford, they have a common enemy. That's all why they and it's Tony Storm.
A friend or enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right.
There's a reason that's the same. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why they there together. But I rocks with it. I rocks with the whole thing. Let's talk about some Don Callis and Kyle motherfucking Fletcher.
Bro. Superstar. This dude
is he growing on you now, bro?
Bro, so much, bro. He might be one of my favorites in AEW now, bro.
What?
Yeah. I think he needs to branch away from Don Callis. Get him away. I think he would take off if you make the story right of the separation. Mm-hmm. Maybe he kind of gets mad at Takeshita, and then we can see Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita all in, bro.
Damn,
think about that.
That'll be fucking good. Listen, but I like to see. I like Kyle Fletcher as a heel, though. I like him as a heel.
Yeah, he can be the heel in the story, though. He can be the. No, because if he's branching away, maybe he branches away because he's mad at how much Don Callis is taking care of Takeshita instead of him. You know, why you focus on him? He lost the belt. I'm gonna go win the belt type shit.
You're right about that.
Something like that. Something.
I wrote something down. I said, doesn't it feel like Don Callis is a poor man's Paul Heyman?
Is the cut on his forehead real, bro? It always looks freshly cut, bro.
No, it's not real. It's not real.
I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't heal ever?
This motherfucker the same stuff for years. You know what I'm
saying? I do love him and Tony Schiavone's like back and forth. I do like that. It's classic. It's classic.
Look, to me,
but everyone is a poor man's Paul Heyman, though. Everyone's a poor man's Paul Heyman.
I mean, for AEW, that's what I'm saying, right?
Would you? Okay, Jimmy Hart. Don Callis. Who you taking?
Don Callis, bro.
See, there you go.
Listen,
there you go.
But check it out though. Don Callis is the best heel manager in the game right now. Tell me a better heel manager.
Because right now Paul's a babyface. Paul's a babyface. Yeah, and honestly, there's the manager role has shrunken so much in WWE. Like in pro wrestling, I wish they would start getting more managers. You know who started as a manager? Diamond Dallas Page. He was so good as a manager. They couldn't let him be a manager no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Diamond stud.
Yeah. We need more managers, I feel like. And not valets. I love a valet. I love Scarlett. She amazing. She really needs to get involved more. Like we've said all the time, word on the street, she needs to get involved more. But managers, yeah, man, there's not much, bro. There's not many.
There isn't.
Thank God they got rid of Paul Ellering, man. Thank God they cut him.
The silent man. He wasn't even talking, bro.
He didn't do nothing, bro.
Just stood there and go like this.
He collected a pay. He was the one in the group chat. He was in the one in the group project and still got an A+. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do shit.
With little work contributed.
But yeah, I mean, think about it. We got Paul Heyman, Don Callis, WWE. I can't think of another manager off the top of my head at all. There is none, right?
I can't. Not on the level of those two right there.
There's none.
And the heat.
There's none
Don
in WWE, bro.
Too, bro. He gets real fucking heat, bro. Like no one wants to see this dude or hear this motherfucker.
Fuck Don Callis is a champ, bro. You know what I'm saying? I guess MVP is also a manager. You could, but he's gonna wrestle every now and again, but he's essentially a manager.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that, bro. MJF, Hurt Syndicate. How you feeling, bro? Do you want to see it, or do you think this is going to cause some beef? Is this how they introduce Cedric Alexander eventually?
Yeah. This is how they do it. I was really surprised at MJF because I thought he was going to be the spiteful one and say, "I don't need you, fuck you."
He's down, bro.
He's down to be part of the Hurt Syndicate, right? But then Bobby and Shelton Benjamin came out and just wasn't with it at all, right? Ripped the card up. And MVP had this look on his face like, come on, man, come on. So I'm interested to see how that dynamic is going to play out.
Yeah, the backstage segment, though, like MVP kind of turned them around to the idea. They were like, all right, man, we do trust you. But they were also saying that's why we don't trust him.
Right.
But that MVP was like, that's why I like him, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I like him.
And I thought this was a brilliant, and AEW is doing really good at this because WWE does this very well. AEW is starting to do it good. Merging storylines together after another, right? So after that promo with the MJF and the Hurt Syndicate and stuff, who do we get next?
Big Bill.
The rose of the century. MVP went scorched earth on that motherfucker, bro.
Bro, I felt bad. Big Bill was trying to keep up, and I was like, he did okay, and I get it. But like, bro, MVP, every time Big Bill would say something, he would just cut him off and tell him why he was wrong. Oh my God, bro. And I could tell Big Bill was getting, like, you could see it in his face. Like, he was like, can this motherfucker shut up so I can cut this goddamn promo, bro?
He wasn't happy.
Bro.
He was rocking him.
It was bad.
Damn,
Bad Apple said, I ain't talking no more, bro. Here you go.
Apple said, I don't think he said anything, bro.
Oh, he came out when they started talking, and then when they got to the middle of the ramp, he handed that mic to Big Bill, and Big Bill took it from there, and Big Bill started, and then, bro.
Apple said, it's your turn, bro. I ain't got to take this from the last one, bro.
He said, nah, bro, but they got to prove themselves, so we're getting Dynasty, that tag match. Obviously, Hurt Syndicate's winning this one. 100%. Put it in the books. It's over with.
But I'm interested to see how they win it because Big Bill ain't no joke, bro.
Yeah.
Big Bill gonna put something on Bobby Lashley. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's way bigger than. I mean, not wider, but like taller.
Bobby ain't even that tall, bro.
Yeah, bro. But so does MJF maybe help them retain?
Oh, there you go. Here goes Booker Aaron again, bro. Look at him. Hey, you know what? That might be the shit. That's how he probably gets
his way in.
He helps them retain a title, but at the same time, do you think the way how so after Revolution, they had a backstage segment with MVP and the Hurt Syndicate, and they said, "Hey, great win. What are you guys doing next?" And MVP was like, "Man, I got the jet lag, we got champagne, we got the girls," and then Shelton stops and says, "Who has to be kicking next?" Like, they want more, right? So I think they're gonna have a problem with MJF helping them because they're gonna be like, "We don't need your help." It's gonna cause more friction. What you think, if that's the case?
Maybe. I think it ultimately leads to MJF is about to be a part of the Hurt Syndicate, and that's when we get Cedric Alexander, bro. After that Chris Van Fleet podcast, Cedric wants to be in AEW. They want him in AEW. I just don't understand where Tony would be like, nah.
Shit.
Tony Khan saying no to that?
You're right. No, shit. Bro. Speaking of want to be in AEW got a new signee.
Who we got?
Maria Shirakawa.
Oh, yeah. Another best friend of Mariah May. So Mariah May, I don't think we talked about on Word on the Street. I don't think she's leaving AEW.
No, she's not.
And none of us wanted to see her leave, you know?
But guess what, though? Word on the street is that WWE wanted her too.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
They wanted her too.
Bro, I feel like WWE would sign an AEW person even if they didn't want to do anything with them just to spite AEW.
Of course. It's business. Yeah. It's business. Yeah. They're trying to keep their foot in their neck, you know?
And I think that's unfair to the wrestlers because, like, Mariah May ceiling, I don't see her ceiling. That's how high it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then someone commented on our post and they said Mariah May can't wrestle in the ring. I was like,
wait,
the fuck?
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
I was like, "Are you serious right now?
Man.
Did you not watch any of her matches?"
No, they don't. They don't watch the matches. They don't watch them.
I was like, her matches have been nothing but great matches.
They don't watch the matches, bro. They watch highlights on YouTube and they say we seen the match. No, you haven't seen the match. Yeah. Okay, this is why I have to watch beginning to end. I cannot watch highlights because even with promos, I can't watch highlights. I need to watch the match because there's a lot of nuances, little nuances in the match that makes the match good. If you just watch the highlights, you're just seeing people slamming each other. It doesn't justice for me.
Yeah,
so, no.
And it's like when you compare it to like Roman's not one of like he's good in the ring because of everything he does.
Right.
It's not just
the moves.
Right. You know what I mean?
The total package.
It's his looks. It's what he's saying. It's everything. And people just like,
he knows when to pace himself. He knows when to pull back. He knows when to, he just knows how to work in the ring. So you'll never hear me say just technical prowess alone. Roman Reigns is one of the best because no, he's not. Okay. But it works for him. I cannot see Roman Reigns doing no Hurricanrana or fucking triple headlock turned into a wrist lock. I don't see him doing that.
Yeah.
He's going to smash and bash. That's his character. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it works for him. Not everybody can do that, though. You understand what I'm saying? Because not everybody has what we talked about, the aura of Roman Reigns.
Look at the best example of this is look at Hulk Hogan when he wrestled in New Japan Wrestling compared to when he's in WWE.
Yeah.
It's two different wrestlers, guys. And look it up right now if y'all think I'm lying. Hulk Hogan could do the strong stuff like, bam, bam, turn, lock, toe drag, bam, bam, headlock. Like he did all that.
Yeah.
But then when he got to WWE, he knew all he had to do was entertain these crowd people.
That's it.
He had to interact with them, and that would cause the crowd to be behind him. And that's exactly what Roman Reigns does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the WWE model. Stone Cold did it. Stone Cold is a great technical wrestler, but he don't need to do that as a Stone Cold character.
He realized, that doesn't work for this crowd. I need to do this for this crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a stand-up comedy. They change crowd to crowd. Oh, that shit ain't working. I need to do this now.
Yep.
Like it's you got to learn that shit.
You're right.
Got to learn that
different jokes
shit.
work in different parts of the country. Different style of wrestling is more catered to different parts of the country.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, to be honest with you, I honestly feel like the up northern like crowds are more promo-esque, heavy.
They want to be,
talk.
they want to be interacted with
Right,
more.
right. I think down south we can watch a fucking match and just be entertained with that shit. Like that shit was fucking fire.
For sure.
West Coast, I think, is more like wrestling matches too. You know what I'm saying? They like to see the action in the ring. So yeah. Shoot, man. And shit. Before we get into it, is that all for Collision?
Yeah, basically we kind of moving into Dynamite already with
we
the
forgot one
Hurt
more
Syndicate
thing, bro.
shit. On Collision, what do we have?
Hologram and Commander versus the Beast Mortals and Dralisticos. All right, check this out though.
It was good.
This is Lucha Libre at its finest.
Yeah.
This is Lucha Libre at its finest. There isn't. I know you don't like your boy. I know you don't like that dude, bro. But that motherfucker can go.
He got some moves,
ring, bro.
I don't know who looks less athletic and is athletic more than Mark Davis and Mortos. They look unathletic as fuck, but they athletic.
You think Mark Davis athletic?
I think he can bang in the. I mean, that match we saw in Atlanta with fucking Will Ospreay. That was a banging match. He had to hang with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can see. Okay, you talking about like cardio? Okay,
yeah. Just like you in there and you can do shit that people who don't look like you should be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
This motherfucker looked like my drunk uncle on Thanksgiving, and then he gets in the ring and does all this fly shit. It's crazy, bro.
Not the drunk uncle on Thanksgiving.
This motherfucker looked like he drank a 12-pack of PBR.
Yeah.
And then went out there and put on a banging match.
And straight busting ass, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So,
but Hologram, man, when's he going to get that push? When's he going to get a belt?
A real push, right?
Do you think they get the tag titles or do you think he gets a solo?
I have to say tag titles first.
You're with Commander?
Matter of fact, I would dare to say trios title before tag titles.
Who's the third?
Bandino.
Yeah, maybe. I would like to. Well, see, because it doesn't seem realistic that they could beat Hurt Syndicate right now because it's Hologram babyface, super babyface, Hurt Syndicate, mega babyface. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be hard for them to link up, in my opinion, unless we can get MJ or MJF,
I said trios. I said trios title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Hurt Syndicate, whether they go MJF or Cedric, they drop the tag titles and then they go and beat the Death Rider. Ooh, bro, think about that, bro. Cedric Alexander, Bobby Lashley. Fuck? Why am I blanking on his name right now? Fuck. Shelton Benjamin versus motherfucking the Death Riders, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's some good action right there, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I want to see.
And they all match up well together.
Mm-hmm.
Pac matches up well with Shelton. Claudio matches well with Bobby. And Cedric
fuck Wheeler.
Yuta.
Fuck Wheeler, bro. Get a haircut.
Bro. But listen, before we get into Dynamite, let me say something that everybody's been quiet about. And I ain't been hearing nobody say nothing, though. So, you guys talk about shit about AEW and the ratings are in the shitter, right? But let's talk about for five consecutive weeks, their ratings has been doom.
Not good. And everyone thought with the addition of HBO Max that the numbers would go this way.
No.
They're going this way.
And guess what? That's not even including HBO Max.
I know. But people will say online that only like 12 people watch it on HBO Max, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, so here's the thing. AEW is climbing the ratings for 5 consecutive weeks. Do you know the last time they did that?
Probably like 2019?
I believe it was 2022.
Okay, there you go. 3 years ago.
2022. And why nobody is talking about the ratings of AEW Dynamite, how they keep climbing up. Okay. Yeah, it might be just a little bump. So 1 week it'd be like 600,028, and then the next week it'd be 600,039. Then the next week it'd be like 600,058 or something. Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's progressed. It's like I think people are catching on to what AEW is about. I think they're finally getting the niche. It's that shit I was telling you about. People watch WWE for so long, and then they watch AEW like, this ain't like WWE. No, it's not, because it's totally different. And I honestly feel like they're doing this. AEW is keeping themselves clear out of WWE, which is a smart move. And they're not even making any WWE references no more. Have you noticed that?
Not at all.
The only people who are making references about the other company is the WWE.
Yeah. And I will say AEW, it's the alternative. That's what it started as, the alternative. So if it's exactly the same, it's not a fucking alternative, guys.
That's it. Hey, man. And Tony Khan even said when he first made AEW, he said, enjoy your wrestling. He purposely put Dynamite opposite of WWE shows because he wanted people to watch AEW and WWE. He said, enjoy your wrestling. But I told you, Triple H made the first shot.
Watch it all.
Triple H made the first shot with that bullshit, that piss
at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he did it, man. He started this shit.
I would say Cody did the thing first, though, with the sledgehammer and the Triple H.
Was that first before the comment?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I want to say it was. I could be wrong. I'm sure people will tell me I'm fucking retarded. But, you know, it's whatever.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, AEW Dynamite rising the charts in ratings, and we celebrate that shit on the 404 Heels. Y'all like to see it go down because it makes your points right. See, this is why I'm right, because you see, look at the ratings. But see, I don't care about being right. I just want them to get right. You feel me?
All y'all telling me that ruthless aggression era sucked. The reason y'all think it sucked is because there was no other company.
Exactly.
So if y'all want to go back to that,
but listen,
just let me know.
I will say this about your ruthless aggression post, bro. Hey, I think it's split. There's a lot of people agreeing with you, bro.
Yeah, I knew people would. And then there's dumb people who agree with me while disagreeing with me. When I said like the mid cards were like Edge and Christian, are like, well, they're in the Attitude Era. Yeah, they're in both eras, but it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, Dynamite,
bro. Kenny Omega, Blake Christian. This motherfucker's got potential.
I like Blake Christian a lot.
He looks good. Kenny Omega cuts a promo afterwards, saying like he had to basically kind of maybe like force Tony to let him wrestle, which was kind of nice to hear. But then, we get the backlash online about Kenny Omega barely wrestling and blah. I was like, this man had feet of intestines removed from his stomach, man. Like the same shit Brock Lesnar had when he went to UFC is what Kenny Omega's going through right now. Yeah. I forget that diverticulitis, I want to say. Yeah. It's terrible, bro. And this man comes out and people are like, well, he's only going to do squash matches. I was like, no, he actually put on a banger with Takeshita. That was like a 30-minute match. What are you even talking about?
His first match back was against Gabe Kidd, and that shit was fun, like crazy.
And I was like, you want this man, like, would you rather see, your favorite wrestler wrestle, or would you just rather see him come out or do a backstage promo or whatever? No, regardless of how short the match was, it was a good match. It showed out Blake Christian, and then it set up more Speedball and Ricochet. People are a fan of Speedball, bro. People loving this guy right now.
Speedball, let me tell you something. Love Speedball. I love what he does in the ring. Has a good look. He reminds me of the Karate Kid for some reason. But one thing I don't like about Speedball, bro. Boy, that boy needs some mic work. Boy, that mic work wasn't too damn good to me.
He was too happy to be in the ring with Kenny Omega. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, it's such an honor to be next to you." I was like, "Bro, you're about to touch hands with this man soon, bro."
Yeah, I mean that fucking. But check this out. And then who do we get? Our residential homie on the fucking 404 Heels. We get Ricochet. Here he comes. All decked out in his wedding outfit and cutting a promo and then getting back to the wedding. Ain't that some professionalism for you right there?
How much of a percent chance do you give either one of them being Kenny Omega at Dynasty?
If anybody deserves to be Kenny Omega at Dynasty, it's Ricochet.
Yeah.
He's been putting it
for sure.
Way. And I wouldn't be mad if Kenny Omega loses the title at Dynasty, but he just got that title. I don't see him dropping it that soon.
That's what I think. I think there's a 0% chance he loses. Unless, what if they do another double pin with Speedball and Ricochet? Another double pin.
Yeah, another one.
Could happen.
But yeah, Speedball's on his way. Kenny Omega, great match with Blake Christian. I've never seen Blake Christian, never heard of him because I don't watch ROH. This is like ROH is like NXT to fucking AEW. I don't watch it. But I should start watching it, and I should start watching NXT shit. I mean, but damn, it's a lot of wrestling in the week, bro. Shit.
It's a lot of wrestling.
It's a lot of wrestling. But no, I like this young cat, man. I was really impressed with him, man.
He was good. He got all the tools. I think he's on Collision this week as well. He's gonna have a match, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
How you feel about rated FTR interview, bro?
Man, that shit, bro. Listen, hold on. At one point, I was like, are they fucking for real? Are they really like that shit? Didn't seem like no wrestling shit, right?
Yeah,
it seemed like some.
they was kind of upset a little bit, bro. Well, Dax mainly.
Dax mainly. Let me ask you this. Remember I was telling you months ago that I feel like FTR is going to turn on the Outrunners. That hasn't happened yet. Is this the beginning of FTR being heels? Or should I say
yes.
Dax?
100%.
Dax being heel.
I think they both turn heels, bro. It'll be so much. You don't want to leave your boy, bro. You know that's your boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go heel, I go heel, bro. Fuck it, let's ride. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, yo.
But man, they was kind of blaming Ed or Cope. And then Cope was like, I was here to help. He's like, well, you didn't fucking help, bro. You fucking cost us, bro. What are you talking about? You came here to help. You didn't fucking help us.
Hey, man, bro. Nobody was smiling.
Yeah.
Cope and Dax, I want to see that match. Now I want to see it. Just from that interview alone, I want to see those two square off in the face of the discussion and then go at it.
How much of all the backlash, Cope not taking the pin and Christian getting tapped out with that match, and then when everyone was calling him Cope Hogan, all that stuff. And then shortly after that, a story comes out that Edge wanted to put Finn Balor over, but Vince chose otherwise. It felt like Edge might have been like kind of being like, we got to release a story that I don't look like Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Leak it out.
He's like, I need you to tell everyone that I wanted Finn to win that, but Vince wanted me to win it. How like, do you think it's a coincidence?
Okay, so let me say this. I don't think Cope is deserving of the heat he's getting because he doesn't want to take a pin for whatnot, right? But let's put ourselves in his Copeland shoes, right? You come from the biggest pro wrestling company in the world.
This is what I was gonna say, bro.
You have been in the ring with John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H. I mean, anybody in history, you name
TLC 2, bro.
on.
TLC 2. You put on one of the greatest matches of all time,
and he's gonna go down as one of the all-time greats.
Yeah,
right. You come to
he's on my Mount Rushmore, bro.
He is. You're right. He is.
Yeah.
He comes to AEW, and he sees a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but none of them on the level where he's at, right? Or being a household name. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand his mentality of, look, if you kill me, okay, if I take a pin to such and such right now.
Especially Mox, because Mox already established.
Right.
You're not putting Mox over taking a pin.
Mox gained nothing by pinning Cope. So what does that do to everybody else down the line? If he's going to be the barometer, like, okay, beat Cope, and then someone else beats Cope, it's going to make it more bigger. But if he loses, because he want to put everybody and their mama under the sun over, it's going to take away it's going to take away a lot of the effect of people pinning Cope.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's got to mean something, just like Undertaker and the Streak.
Yes.
Brock Lesnar had no... It did nothing to Brock Lesnar. It didn't help him. Brock Lesnar was already fucking basically Brock Lesnar at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let me see here. So
and guess who Edge said no to? They wanted Edge to break the streak first, and he said, "No, I'm Edge, bro. I don't need it right now."
Yeah, but I do think that solidified Brock Lesnar, like in the wrestling history. And it was such a shocker that it's part of wrestling history. It's part of...
So you think Brock Lesnar would be less than he is right now if it wasn't for that pin?
No.
I think Brock Lesnar would be the same.
No. I don't think he will be less. But I know for a fact that win elevated him even higher among them people, bro. It wasn't going to take a step back if he got lost. But the fact that he did break the streak, it elevated him even more. And definitely during that time, the WWE was marketing Brock Lesnar as this UFC type of real fighter type of guy. You understand? And for him to beat The Undertaker, but it was like, oh, shit. Yeah. Well, he's the guy. You know what I mean? So he was here. It brought him up to here. So
yeah, for sure.
I think he benefit from it. He benefit from it.
Yeah. All right, we get Swerve. John Moxley promo, bro.
What'd you think about this shit, bro? What'd you think about this promo, bro?
Swerve fucking killed him.
He murdered him. He murdered Moxley.
Yeah. Bro, shout out Prince Nana, bro. Knowing Claudio's right behind him, he's like, I'm not going to turn around because if I turn around, he's really there. But he had that look in his eye like, I know that motherfucker's behind me, but if I turn around, it's real. If I don't turn around, it ain't real.
And you know what, man?
Swerve crushed him, bro. Swerve crushed. Man, what, like, Swerve's winning that dynasty, right? Again. Like, no?
Let me tell you something.
Is it because he won the belt at Dynasty last year, and that's why you don't think he's going to win this year? Because it'd just be like, oh, Swerve wins the belt at Dynasty?
I think this match gets thrown out. I think it's just thrown out, period. I'm going to tell you this. I texted you this. I said, I was right about the John Moxley storyline. Fucking was right months ago. I'm going to tell you why. John Moxley whole point when he started the fucking Death Riders was to bring the best out of AEW. And he did it with Orange Cassidy. He did it with fucking, he's about to do it with Swerve.
Yeah.
He did it with fucking Colt. He did it with, who was he feuding with before Colt? Darby Allin. He brings the best. That's his whole mission. He wants to bring the best out of everybody. And he's been doing it. And that promo last night, on Wednesday night with Swerve, it proves it. He brought the best out of Swerve. I haven't seen a great Swerve promo like that in quite a while, bro.
It was fire.
He brings the best out of people. So he's doing what he said he was going to do. And like I said, the more you keep saying this Death Rider shit and the more you let it simmer, the more you start to understand it. And the more I'm like, before I was like, oh man, what the fuck? What are we doing? Now I'm more like, I see it now. I see it.
And you don't think he's going to lose the belt to Swerve at Dynasty?
No.
Come on. Nah. I want it. Bad.
I do too.
Because I want Swerve versus Ospreay all in.
But that still can happen though. I'm going to tell you how.
I mean, we're getting more pay-per-views for sure.
One more. We get one more after Dynasty. We get Double or Nothing.
Okay.
The Owen Hart tournament. Winner plays John Moxley.
Okay.
I think Will Ospreay gets it then at Double or Nothing. He's going to win the Owen Hart tournament. He's going to go Double or Nothing, get the title, and I think Swerve is going to get his way in some way, somehow. He's going to get his way in, whether it be a match. I can see it right now. Him and Hangman. Because they did a little beef in the back a little bit. They still ain't letting that go.
They had that encounter for sure.
Hangman, because Hangman's been out the title picture too. So I feel like later on the line, number one contenders match, Swerve versus Hangman.
So Ospreay, Double or Nothing
beats
Moxley, and then maybe Hangman, Swerve, number one contender somewhere down the line. All in happens. So what I think is Swerve's the champ, Ospreay wins. What you think happens?
Ospreay
the champ,
Swerve
wins.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That might win, bro. That might win. I'd much rather see it my way, but that makes sense. That makes sense.
I can see it. Now, if it doesn't happen,
honestly, it would hurt Swerve because it would be a short title run again. You know what I mean? It'd be a short title run again.
But here's a tricker, though. Do you let Swerve beat Ospreay out all in?
I don't.
I don't either.
You got to strap this rocket to Ospreay and just
ride him out.
Let it ride, man. You got to. And what's crazy is Sam Roberts, he made a good point. He was like, this belt needs to be seen on TV again. It's kind of crazy. It's been in that fucking, which is it in that briefcase? We don't really know if that's what's in the briefcase. But he was like, I feel like the belt would mean more if it switched hands more a little bit right now.
Look, Sam Roberts, man, listen. I can't really listen to Sam Roberts because he
gets paid by WWE.
So
I don't want like Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, obviously. Legends contract.
Some fine print in that Legends contract, bro. It is funny. A lot of people online are like, every time AEW gets popular and there's something viral that goes, there's always these WWE legends who come out and speak against it, bro.
Because
you think Trips is that petty? Do you think
come on, bro.
They're that petty, bro?
Come on, man. Come on, it's Trips.
Y'all, is Triple H that petty?
Yes.
To where anything viral in AEW happens, he makes these WWE legend contracts come out of the woodwork and bash it. Do y'all think that that's going on behind the scenes? I know if I was Triple H, I'd fucking do it for sure. 100%.
Right. But check this out, though.
Would you do it? Would you do it if he was Trips?
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because Triple H is playing another game. He ain't called the game for a reason. He's playing another game. So he's telling all these motherfuckers, hey, man, check this out. You can't go no more in the ring, but if you want that little Legends contract, you know what I'm saying? You want a little Legends contract?
Little cheddar cheese?
Do me a little favor and not let this company become up a number two. Because I'm going to tell you something. Triple H has PSD, bro.
Yeah.
You understand?
From the WCW days.
WCW days.
I mean, his two best friends went over there.
And listen, what a lot of people like to always say, oh, WCW beat WWE for 83 weeks. Yes, for 83 straight weeks. But WCW was whooping WWE's ass for over 128 weeks, bro. They were whooping that ass. Okay? But it wasn't consecutive. So, like, WWE would take 1 week and then WCW would then, you know what I'm saying? So they beat him.
It was back and forth for a while, and then it was the 83 straight weeks.
Straight weeks, right. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, I don't even think Triple H is the main problem. You know who the fuck it is?
Who?
Old Jolly Saint Nick Khan, the other Khan in pro wrestling.
Yeah, dude, they would love for a. It's crazy because it's funny that people are like, AEW is gonna go out of business. I was like, you know, the Khans are Tony Khan and his dad Amir Khan are billionaires, right? Like, it only goes out of business if they don't want to. And right now, they signed a huge HBO Max deal. They signed TV. They're not hurting for money, guys. They're not.
They're not going out of business.
Not a thing. Yeah.
They're not going out of business no time soon. So if you want them to go out of business, if you're a pro wrestling fan and you want AEW to go out of business, get the fuck off of here, bro. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. That's so asinine. Why would you want to see another pro wrestling company fail?
Because they don't like it. They don't like it.
But look, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. Like we say, right?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you're only helping AEW talking about AEW. It only helps. I'm going to be like, if I didn't know what AEW was and I was only a WWE fan and I saw all this shit talking, I'd be like, well, I want to kind of see why they hate it so much. Like, I'm going to tune into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like when people say, oh, this smells like shit. And then you reach over and the motherfucker still smells it. Right. You already know he said it smelled like shit, but you still smelled it.
Right.
That's what you doing watching AEW when someone says it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
And like, again, it depends on what eyes they watching it. Because a lot of times I hear people say this trash. I'm looking at them like, this ain't nothing. This ain't trash. This is good shit. You're just being the true definition of a hater, which is a person who really likes something, but still say they don't like it just for the hell of it. That's a definition of a hater.
My favorite thing is when people are like, this ain't pro wrestling. And then I'm like, define pro wrestling. No response.
Exactly.
No response. I'm like, you got to answer something.
Somewhere in between, everybody and mama all of a sudden know what pro wrestling supposedly be all of a sudden, bro. When this is a very subjective art form. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine people going to movie theaters like, you know what, this movie's not like the other movie. Well, bro, they're two different fucking movies.
Yeah. It's like Martin Scorsese being like, Marvel isn't cinema. I was like, well, they sell more tickets than your fucking movies, bro. So suck a dick.
Well, I mean, listen to the word he said, though. He said, not cinema. It's not cinema. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a lovely movie. It's a great movie. Popular movie. Yeah.
And shout out AEW going to smaller places and making the TV, it looks better now. It sounds better. Everything is better about it. And when they keep growing, which they are doing, you can't deny that. They're going to get into bigger arenas. They're going to get back there. Right. Eventually. They will.
But check this out. AEW, they straight bitten off the WWE style again. I saw it. Guess what they got now, too? They got the drone. AEW got the drone now. I seen it. The last couple of weeks, I seen the drone. I said, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay. A lot of backlash from fans, WWE fans, about the Minecraft sponsorship. And they're like, oh, my God. And I'm like, guys, Bray Wyatt's last match was in a glow-in-the-dark Slim Jim match.
Mountain Dew.
That's how we said good.
Dew. It was a Mountain Dew fucking glow-in-the-dark.
No, I think it was Slim Jim, bro. I think it was Slim Jim with LA Knight. Oh, I think it was Slim Jim glow-in-the-dark match. I was like, do we really want to, like, we saw Bray Wyatt last match be a fucking glow-in-the-dark sponsored match, and y'all are mad that fucking AEW has a sponsor, Minecraft, which apparently I've never fucking played Minecraft. It's like the most fucking famous game in the fucking world, I guess.
My kids,
they're making a movie about it. And I'm just like, I was like, guys, you guys know WWE has sponsors, guys.
Right.
Like,
I mean, shit, every time Cody wrestled, Wheatley Vodka will be popping up on the
Wheatley Vodka. He ran a whole podcast from his bus about Wheatley Vodka, and they had to talk about Wheatley Vodka for like 10 minutes and make a drink with Wheatley Vodka. Like, you guys, you got to realize both sides do it, man. It's You just got to realize that.
This is from the 404 Hills. Hey, man, you guys pick better argument points because this ain't it. This ain't it.
It's like RVD. Pick a better argument, bro.
RVD.
Pick
come on,
a better
this
argument.
Ain't wrestling. And here we go with the same damn situation.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what people said? This was gets me so fucking crazy. They said, well, RVD never really took a spot on that. That's why John Moxley is John Moxley, because he has the balls to actually do some shit like that.
Someone on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it said the difference was Abyss was wearing a t-shirt. I said, what the fuck? Do you realize nails go through t-shirts, bro?
It's out of here, bro.
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh my god, bro.
What are you talking about?
They're reaching, bro. And they're reaching. And it's fine. I understand. But what I don't understand is the dismay for AEW to the point to where you won't want to see it be successful. That's asinine. That's straight crazy work, bro.
Let it be successful and then just don't watch it. You can be successful. Don't watch it. Like, I know, a lot of things are successful that I just don't watch,
Exactly. Me too.
Like Game of Thrones. It was massively successful. I don't talk shit about it. I just don't watch it.
I've seen 2 episodes. I said, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
That's it. But
that's it. I said dragons and shit. I'm good.
I didn't talk shit about it. I didn't jump on a 2-hour podcast and say this week on Game of Thrones, why it sucks. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't watch it just to talk about how bad I hated it.
Right. So
that's all I'm saying.
Man, cut the bullshit, man. Cut the shit.
Yeah. All right, bro. What else you got?
Shit.
AEW.
What you think about that Brody King and Kyle Fletcher match, bro?
I'm telling you. Kyle Fletcher, the truth, bro. Kyle Fletcher, the brain buster off the fucking turnbuckle, bro. That big fat one. Bro.
I saw that. I said, I think he got hurt for real. Because I was like, there's no fucking way. Let's talk about the sign of the night. I had to pause this motherfucker. And I was on that Zah.
See no sign.
And that shit had me laughing for a motherfucker, bro. So during the Brody King versus Kyle Fletcher match, there was a sign that said, Kyle Fletcher is the real life Sid from Toy Stories. And it had a picture next to it.
Yep. I do remember seeing that sign, bro. I do remember seeing it.
I was like, he do like Sid, bro.
He do look like Sid. He do. Bro, I don't even remember what he looked like with hair, bro. I don't even remember that shit no more.
Oh, shit.
Remember when he shaved that shit off?
I don't either.
This is the proto star, bro. Good, bro. He's got a good look. It's solid, bro.
So
he's in there. He can bang in the ring. I do say every time I look like it does look like he hurts that motherfucker. Like somewhere in a Kyle Fletcher match, it looks like he just fucking Goldberg Bret Hart this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time I watch a Kyle Fletcher match, I'm like, ooh. But then the motherfucker's all right. So maybe it's all, is that how good Kyle Fletcher is?
That's how good he is, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. My first time seeing Will Ospreay, it was after Revolution. And it came to the Gas South Arena. And Will Ospreay first match I ever seen him watch live was against Kyle Fletcher. Amazing.
Fire.
Fucking amazing, bro. And the fact that everybody knew who Ospreay was, and they can do the Ospreay. I was like, this dude, he instantly became my favorite. Matter of fact, we're going to do Rushmores coming up soon. I took one down.
Coming up soon.
And I put one up.
I think it's Will Ospreay.
Goddamn right, bro.
Who'd you take out?
I'm gonna pause on that. You're going to see. You might be surprised.
Coming soon.
Man, Ospreay's my guy. I like that dude.
Okay.
Like that dude.
Yeah.
Shit, what else was on Dynamite? Let me see.
I mean, just the main event, we had Thunder Tits versus Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne gets the pin on Toni Storm.
Rightfully so. You want the challenger to put that little bit of doubt in their head, like she could probably win this shit. So good booking.
She need to work on that F5 a little bit more, though.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. It doesn't look as devastating as when Brock did it. I think it's the veracity of the throw of what I'm saying?
Doesn't it look like she's like kind of pushing herself off?
Yes. She pushes herself away for sure. Yes.
And
then Toni, I think, landed like on her knees too, which made it look a little bad too to me.
Yeah.
But work on that a little bit, Megan Bayne. But future superstar.
She got the look.
Man.
She got the look.
I think she might have a chance to win that belt.
On the scale of 1 to 10, how surprised would you be if she did beat Toni Storm at Dynasty after what Toni Storm and...
How surprised would I be?
Yeah.
a 10. But do I think it might happen? Maybe. But I'd be surprised.
50-50?
Because Toni Storm's the hottest thing in AEW right now.
She is.
It's like her, Will Ospreay, Hurt Syndicate.
Those three.
In that order, I think.
Those three. Yeah. And then right under that is going to be Kenny Omega.
Yeah. The return.
So, yeah, those are the 4 hot people right now in AEW, man. Who was that? What match was that when they was no, it was in the Swerve promo. And I like this though. It was he was talking to Moxley. And who comes out? Marina Shafir. Now let me tell you something about that shit.
And Willow.
And then Willow came and interjected. I'm waiting. I want to see that. But let me tell you something about Marina Shafir. It looked like somebody got mad for real in that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody really got hit and it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
Because Moxley even had to come in towards
and he was like, let's go. Let's go.
But he talked to the other man. He talked to Willow. He was like, you need to
like back the fuck up.
You need to back the fuck up because Marina, she was still bro, either she sold that shit to the fucking heavens or she really was fucking pissed. But either way, that shit was a fucking great.
And I think we're getting a mixed tag match on Dynamite coming up. I think it's Swerve, Willow versus Mox and Marina. That's what I saw. It could be internet bullshit.
I want to see it.
I did see a graphic though for it. So
I want to see it. I want to see it, man. I want to see it, bro. Because I want to see Marina Shafir, bro. Shit.
It's pretty good. It ain't bad.
That's good shit, man. That's good shit, man.
Yeah.
What else you got, bro?
That's all I got, bro. It was a great week in AEW.
Yeah.
I look forward to Collision, Dynamite, the build to Dynasty.
Yes.
Let's go.
Dynasty.
We get it on what, April 9th? So we're like a week from Saturday, something like that. Yeah.
April 9th.
I'm here for it.
It's going to be a great show.
I'm here for it. Tony Khan, let's bring a AEW pay-per-view to Allstate Arena and it will sell out. Let's just bring it to the 404, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why we here. Let's bring it. We going to sell it out. We going to be a hype crowd like we was down there by the airport. Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, State Farm Arena. Let's bring it. Let's bring it for man. Hey, look.
Maybe all in next year at Mercedes-Benz. Let's go. Let's beat WWE to the Mercedes-Benz, bro. I think if you brought AEW to Mercedes, honestly, Mercedes-Benz to the Brave Stadium and the Battery, that'd be kind of better. That'd be kind of there we go. All in next year at the Battery.
Damn. Why not? That would be great. Because the Battery.
Keep it down here. And shout out to where's Dynasty again? Seattle? Is it not Seattle? Well, I'm blanking on the city. God damn, I'm blanking on the city right now. But it's goddamn near. Oh, Boston. No, Philly.
It's in Philly.
It's damn near sold out, bro. I think they got like 1,000 tickets left. That's sold out in WWE terms, you know?
Yeah, I think it's going to be sold out, bro. And because it's that's one thing people can say about AEW is the pay-per-view. The shows they might like show up, but the pay-per-views they show up.
Bangers.
They do some great pay-per-views, man. And I'm glad I already paid for it and got my $15 off.
Yeah, I'm paying that 50, baby. I'm paying that 50.
Man, this was a great AEW week.
Yeah,
I really feel like Collision was hitting on both hours was good, and then Dynamite followed up with a good one. And this is how you build momentum. Like I said, since 2025 started, EW's been on the road. They've been on the road, so
they've been cooking,
and that's good. And that's good. Yeah. I mean, you know what? And I don't think it's a coincidence that they're on this road coinciding with the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? They are trying to fuck with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, as CM Punk called Roman Reigns big dog. That crazy, bro.
That was great, bro. That was great. That was fire.
Yeah, man.
But y'all, that's all we got. AEW review. Like, comment, subscribe somewhere down in this area. Peace.
Deuce.